Here we go. Ready? GM Farcaster. It is Monday, March 4th, and we're back in our regular places. Well, I am. Someone else is still traveling, which is why we have a slightly different time and a slightly different schedule this week. So we are starting today at 10:30 Eastern, and then tomorrow also. So we're doing Monday, Tuesday, Friday this week, and tomorrow will also be 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 Mountain Time. GM Adrienne, how are you today?
GM,
Tired.
I
She's not awake yet.
I had so much fun in Denver. I'm still here.
She's
And
still there. She stayed.
and
And I
I
had so much
just
fun in Denver that shout out Cassie. I had to switch to Bang this morning. So I'm doing
what's
Purple
bang?
Haze. Bang is like serious caffeine. If you don't like,
Gotcha.
yeah, this is like I had to up it. I usually only drink this when I play poker at like 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm like I can barely stay awake. But yeah, today I was like, you know what? I think we need some Bang this morning.
I'm going coffee.
So
Shout
this
out
one is you got a
coffee
little
time.
coffee. She's doing coffee. Shout out Cassie Bang. That's what Cassie uses to keep herself going, I believe. That's what Equilibrium's running on Bang. Anyway, we're so excited to be back. And behind us, we'll talk about our backgrounds in a minute, but these are from various events. Mine is from the GM Farcaster right before everyone arrived, and Adrienne is sporting the Farcaster meetup that evening, which we'll talk about in a minute. But first, I want to talk about a few other things. Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll do that one tomorrow. We had some things that happened while we were away. So this is from Varun. Some of you got verification emails from Warpcast today. Your account is safe, and this was not a phishing attack. Warpcast was not compromised. But you should always check the emails and links that come from Farcaster or Warpcast. Never share your recovery phrase on any website. And I'm getting little floating things in the chat, which is funny. Never share your recovery phrase on any website. And what happened? Someone tried to sign up for accounts using known emails from a data breach. You can check if your email has been in such a breach on have I been pwned.com. The goal is likely to figure out which emails already have Warpcast accounts. What's next? The attacker will try to send a phishing email to these addresses to trick you into sharing your recovery phrase or clicking on a malicious link. Check that emails and links come from farcaster.xyz or warpcast.com. Never, ever enter your recovery phrase into a website. Very, very important. So make sure that you are really careful right now because somebody is trying to phish you. And similarly, we had something happen with a potential frame engagement. So this was from Jesse had recasted this, but this was originally from Grace Seymour. Hey, hope you're all having a lovely Sunday. Myself and my team put in a bit of time checking out what seems to be potentially be a dubious claims mechanism here on FC. And while we may revisit retract based on more info, we gently suggest avoiding engagement with this for now. So just be very careful out there. Everyone's, it's bull market vibes. We're back in
It's
2021, 2022, and
yeah.
people will do anything to try and get your crypto. So be very careful out there. You got owned. Thank you. I was like, how do I say this? Thank you, P owned. I don't know what I was saying there. Thank you guys. I was like, what the end? I don't know what I'm saying. So thank you for writing that out for me in the chat so I could actually explain it. And so just wanted to make sure we talked about that first up top before we get into various fun things. A couple other quick announcements. BuilderDAO has a prop house going on right now. So if you're a member of BuilderDAO, and I know there's a few in our chat, please make sure you vote in the prop house for the BuilderDAO base jump calling all artists. We have a lot of fun stuff happening this week, so be on the lookout for that. Faristocats, if you have an OG token in your wallet, you can go claim one for free, 1 cat per badge, and it ends in 48 hours, but I believe they extended it a day. So make sure you go check and grab that before it is gone. And then we have this from Johnny Mac, which is completely on point. He had a couple good memes for those of us just coming back from Eth Denver. Founders coming home from Eth Denver, me checking my bank account after, and it's okay, I deserve it weekend, which is accurate. And then also this funny, there was another funny meme. Oh, that was us. I forget where it was now. I lost it. Oh no. But basically everybody's tired. I wanted to share this for all of you who may have missed it. We could not show our regular background. I was having issues. But here was our real background from Friday in our hotel suite. Thanks for struggling through that insanity with us. It was really fun, but I realized last minute, number one, I didn't need to use Google Meet. We were in the same room. So there was that. And then two, I didn't need a virtual background because we had already created one. So I was so used to my habits that, yeah, that was pretty funny. So thanks for that, struggling with us for episode 69. It was a lot of fun, but, a technical fail. But
good practice for episode 100, which will probably be the next time we are sitting
in
next
the
to each
same,
other.
exactly. And I've already talked to David Tifong and the park and said, we're going to need your audio assistance. So we're going to use actual people who do, music and who know how to set up audio to help us with that. So that one will be on point, coming to you in May. So I'm very excited for that. But let's talk about our day. So that was how we started our day on Friday. Was we were, the rest of the show is pretty much going to be about us. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Um, the rest of our day, Friday and then Saturday, was amazing. And I spent so much time with other Farcasters, and it was just glorious. So we went from recording episode 69 to the recording studio over to Eth Denver, and then we walked into the media. We got to go through the media line to get in there. And then we set up at this amazing, amazing, amazing podcast studio at Eth Denver. Thank you to Dan. And I think Aaron was the other gentleman who was in charge of this space. It was an incredible setup. It was amazing. Our first guest was Chris Corella. So that's who you see in this photo right here. And this will be out today if it kills me. I'm getting this out today. We also had Toady Hawk, who posted this very funny shot here. Just went live with GM Farcaster at Eth Denver Podcast Studio, and all I got was some liquid death and a biscuit, as I pointed out to Nonish Prop and Adrienne. Sounds like some kind of euphemism. And that was really funny. Man, I'm so tired. I feel like liquid death and a biscuit right now. Let's make it happen. So we'll be pushing that meme later, but we had an amazing time doing this. We did interviews for 2 hours, and it was amazing. We had Chris Corella, we had Jesse from Base, that was amazing. We had Matthew B. and Briley from Juicebox, and they also talked about the fundraising for the Tornado Cash devs, so that was amazing. We had this guy, I don't know if you're familiar with him, his name is Jesse Pollock. That's right. From Base, we had Jesse. And then we had this other guy named Dewoofi. You might be familiar. Some of you guys might know him from the chat. More about Dewoofi later. But we had Dewoofi. And then we were supposed to have Brian. Brian was a little late. But he made it. He made it. Brian from Unlonely made it. And we won't say exactly how he made it, but he made it. He realized as he was arriving that he didn't have a ticket to Eth Denver. And we'll leave it at that. And we'll let you watch the episode to see what happened next. Matthew swang by from events, Toady Hawk from the Noun Square. Who else did I miss? We ended towards the end there with Justin from Pinata. What a great chat. More coming from them later this week. We'll be chatting about Pinata later. And who did I miss? I missed one. I feel like I missed one. Who was in between? I feel like I missed one there. Oh no. I'll remember. Maybe I got them all.
I think you got everyone.
I think I got everyone because David Furlong, he wasn't able to make it. We thought his podcast was right next door to ours. Apparently it was off site, so that threw things off.
Yeah, he was busy. I think he did 2 talks.
Super
he did a
busy.
talk, a panel.
Yeah.
I think so
he was very much in demand. So we couldn't squeeze in. But that was actually the first thing I showed, but I didn't talk about it, was David, the Farnoggles. have gone from NFT to reality, and we'll share those. We'll share those later. But that was David Furlong. He was also busy doing that, and it was a blast. We had a blast. The setup was amazing, and I cannot wait to get these interviews out. I think you're really gonna love them. They're all like 15-minute chunks, very digestible. Although that middle chunk, I think I'm keeping together because it's Tawufi, Brian, Matthew, and Toad. I think there's something about
It
that
was so
flow
good.
that we kind of need to keep together. We literally just kept rotating people in and out, and we kept rolling for 2 hours, and it was absolutely amazing. It flew by. It felt like 21 minutes, and it was incredible. So, anything you want to add to that? It was just an amazing experience.
Just, I mean, the whole setup was incredible. I'm so excited to see, like you said, it was 2 hours straight recording. There
Yeah.
was no break, people kind of coming in, coming out. I just liked because facing us, what I think was CNBC setting up.
Right in front of
So
us, all of a sudden they start setting somebody up, and I'm like, while we're recording, so I'm trying not to look distracted, but if you see me going like this a couple times, it's because I was trying to figure out who they were setting up, and it was CNBC. So CNBC was doing interviews with, the SEC commissioner, Hester Peirce, and a few other people, like coming and going in a little space, like right in front of us, like sitting right there, like
and just
it
the
was funny.
contrast and vibes were too good.
It's
So
hilarious. It's
I
hilarious.
it was great.
They were very prim proper, doing like actual news, and we were just it was just chaos and fun and glorious, absolutely glorious.
Are you implying we don't do actual news?
I mean,
I beg to differ.
we started today with actual sort of news, but you know what I mean. This is a lot more fun. So then we went on to the next day, the GM Farcaster event in the morning, the brunch with karaoke and pool and ping pong and arcade games, including Pac-Man, 4-person Pac-Man, which was like my new favorite thing in the world. But if you wanted a T-shirt, you had to sing. And Oxbid, who was repping a T-shirt later on, said, I was singing loudly today to get the T-shirt, proudly wearing it. Love you all. Huge thank you for the best start of the day, Adrienne and Nounish Prof. And I was excited to see everyone sporting the T-shirts later on in the evening. And at our event, a little something happened. So we had a bounty go up. Adrienne put a bounty up for MetaMonk to wear the crop top GM Farcaster crop top to the Farcaster meetup. And many people added to this bounty, and we'll see what happened later. Here we go. And pics from last night. Please reply with photos from the FC meetup. My fave pic from last night was MetaMonk gun show wearing a Farcaster crop top with a DWR tattoo and Noggles, which is what was how he claimed Adrienne's bounty on Bountycaster. So this is MetaMonk with sporting the crop top, fulfilling the bounty. But my second favorite, and this is a very close second, is Woofy with the DWR tramp stamp and the lavender crop top that he was sporting throughout the event that evening. I just have to say, like, kudos. Like, the fact that you two did that, like, it was everything. It was everything. I can't express. Can't express.
They
It was
they
incredible.
looked amazing. Do you know though, and I don't know if you remember this, Woofy is actually on the crop top train.
Oh, I did
So
not know that.
if we go back far enough in the feed somewhere, I think in Farcast him, he talked about crop top. So I don't think it was so much of a stretch.
It wasn't a stretch. This is his normal wardrobe. I didn't know that. I didn't realize this was a normal wardrobe. Okay.
It doesn't mean he's wearing a woman's small crop top. So
Yeah, it may not be
it's more
that.
like appropriately sized, but
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And we appreciate everybody who was sporting. Heavyweight was sporting one, Ed was sporting one, and Ahmed. So that was amazing. Thank you all. As you could hear, we got a little glitchy there at the end. So what we decided to do was just stop the stream and the recording at that point, and we are going to come back this evening for a little GM in the PM, GN Farcaster, with some of our Farcaster friends talking about what happened at Eth Denver. So pop by for an Eth Denver recap, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Mountain Time if you're still in Denver, 3:30 Pacific. We'll see you then.